Okay, so we're back in iRacing with the Mclaren at Circuit Zandvoort, and we are about to take part in a 40-minute GT3 fixed. Or I don't think it is fixed. I think I've just chosen the fixed setup. We did qualify and have come in at P4, which is pretty amazing. A little bit off the pace for the first two though, in 134.5s and 9s. But I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty consistent around 35s in my practice, so I was happy with that. So it should be a good one. We're in the Mclaren, as I said. Don't often get in the Mclaren, but I thought, you know what, I could do something a little bit different
60
today.
seconds.
Next time by, line up on the left side. The estimated strength of field is 1,050. Closed, pit road is closed.
It's a super hot day.
For opportunity.
Super hot day in the Riverland in South Australia. Forecast of 43 degrees outside. So we've done a little bit of work around the backyard, and we've decided it's time to come in the air conditioning and do one race. So we'll see if
seconds.
we survive it, shall we? GT3s, of course, this is the weekend that Bathurst has the 12-hour happening, and I should be watching a bit of that. I saw a little bit of it this morning. Spoke to one of the legends of Australian motorsport yesterday on my radio show, and Phil Brock had got some good things to say. So we're car 14 with P4. It's a strength of field of 1k, probably just over, and a 40-minute race. So there'll be a pit stop in here, I should imagine. So while we're sitting
rolling
still,
start. Follow car number 12 in the left column.
we might get rid of this tyre situation. Must learn how to get a quick stunt, quickly get that auto.
The safety car speed is 65 kilometers per hour.
So the long winding road for the warm-up. It's always a number that drivers that don't qualify, who are capable and able to be somewhere near the front but choose not to be, and that creates a problem at times when they decide to come low flying through the field. Or you get people like Clinton Hughes, who disregards the safety of everybody and decides it's his God-given right to weave and carry on, and then snap the throttle open, pull the brakes on. So they're the sorts of people you just keep an eye on them in the mirror as well, see who's doing the weaving and the crazy braking, and try and keep it in the back of your mind as people. So you know they quite likely won't have much of a respect for anybody or anything, so you need to take care. So we had a race sometime in the last 2 days where we picked up some safety rating and also some I rating, and then we did a second race. It was a Porsche fixed race, and we were sacrificed in the first lap by two people, and so we lost a little bit, not a lot, but enough to annoy me, because I was so close to going over the 3 in safety rating, and I was well over. I was 1.1, 1.2 or something in I rating, so I was pretty chuffed, and then bang, down it went. But anyway, it is how it is. When you get into these lower splits, anything can happen, and there was a couple of my own little errors there that made it worse. Did the pit stop, got the car back in one piece, but ended up being down about a lap. So we're not going to play any heroics here. We're just going to remain diligent, focused, and interesting to see how this fellow in the Porsche is trying to squeeze the McLaren down at the front.
About to go green. Stay focused.
Okay, Trevor, get ready. Go.
Car right. Clear right, on your right. Clear right. Right side. Clear right. Car right. Hold your line. Clear right.
Car in front is car number 24, B license, and their rating is 0.7.
Well, we dropped back a couple of places in that opening couple of turns, but
P6.
we haven't had a meatball flag, so we're okay. It's a bit skirty at the back through there. Could have something to do with the debris on the road, I suppose. 24 looks a little bit hungry.
The leader's just done a 135.57. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
Porsche in front here is slowing everyone down, protecting his position rather than trying to go forward. I thought he was going wide and going to come around, so gave him plenty of room to make the mistake. He didn't make the mistake. I lost the ground. See, overcautious can be a little expensive at times.
Alright, Trevor, stay close. Wait for him to make a mistake.
Whoa. A little bit too early on the accelerator there. All the dust and lifted. Now I've lost touch with him in front.
That's a new fastest lap for Hewson, 134.94. Our fuel window opens on lap 6. It'll close on lap 19.
Oh, idiot. Well, how stupid am I?
The gap behind is now 1.7 seconds.
That's what's called overdriving and paying the price.
The gap to car number 24 ahead is now 1.7.
Man, oh man, that was just dumb. No need for that. It was my own fault, 100%.
P6.
Always hated this turn. Never been able to work out how to do it quickly. And it really closes you up for the rest of this section of racetrack if you don't get that right. Because you get out of there way too slowly, plus with the damage that they're telling me I'm probably carrying at the front.
The gap to car number 24 ahead is now 1.4 seconds.
Dust. Sometimes hard to see through, that dust.
You're matching race pace, this is good.
That's okay, for matching race pace you can't have too much damage. Not do that again. I just tried turning too late. I was looking to get up in that green and I just missed it completely. Missed my turn in. Nearly followed him in then.
The gap to P5 in front is now 1.1.
So he's starting to overdrive, whether he's a bit like me, starting to try and catch the guys in front because they're getting away.
You got it way down on the right.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you
Right
doing,
side, clear
sunshine?
right.
On the right.
That was nearly a wipeout through to a bad rejoin.
Okay, Trevor, pit window open.
And that's given the guy in front a chance to move away from me.
You should have plenty of space on the exit. When we leave the pits, we think we'll be in P15.
I'm not coming to the pit yet. You have got in there.
P4 in, the gap is 1.7 seconds. P5, sector 2 is 1.6, off the pace. Liam behind is pitting.
Oh, gee, that was
Yellow
bad.
flag.
A bit late. Better tell us about something like that. How about giving us a little bit of warning?
The gap to P3 ahead is now 1.6 seconds. P4, you've just done a 135.85. The gap to car number 24 ahead is now 1.4.
He keeps making these little mistakes. Oh, someone's made a big mistake there. Wow. Broken car.
Taylor is pitting from position 16. We think he'll be close in front of you when he exits. That lap was a 1:35.49. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 1. Sector 2 is 0.43 off the pace. Sector 3 time is fast. Jewson, car number 8, is now in the lead. The gap in front is now 0.49. Okay, Trevor, you've used half your fuel. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
Better.
The gap ahead is now 1.0 seconds. Hughes, car number 10, is now leading. Jewson, car number 8, is leading the race.
He keeps making these little mistakes, so I'll eventually be able to do something about. And then he starts to block, you see, which is probably what I would do.
The gap to car number 24 in front is now 0.5. Sector 1 is 0.41 off the pace.
Car left. Clear left.
You have 6 incident points.
I didn't even feel him, sorry.
The guy in front is Hughes, car number 10, and their rating is 1.2. Okay, Trevor, the next car is 1 lap behind.
I think I was 100% at fault there. Did stick the nose up and he got a little bit crossed up. And he pulled the brakes on and pulled back down trying to block me. Too late then. I was already there. I'll have a look at it.
The gap behind is now 3.4 seconds. P3, we're at the halfway point. We estimate 6 laps of fuel left.
There's a lot of dirt on the racetrack, isn't there?
All 3 sectors are 0.44 off the pace.
The end of the crime.
The gap to car number 24 behind is now 3.1 seconds.
Yeah, short shift there sometimes is really advantageous. Just helps it to turn, makes a move. We got 4 laps left after this fuel. Next lap. Hit next lap.
We estimate 4 laps fuel remaining. All right, Trevor, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Stefan is pitting from position 12. He should come out just in front of you.
I'm about to hit the pit, so I don't think he's going to be in my game plan.
Heads up, there's a car rejoining. What's your speed limit in the pits? Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. We'll pull you to the end. We expect to exit the pits in position 9. The car behind is pitting.
2, 1, right here. All the damage is repairable.
Front left, 86%. Left rear, 91.
We're right.
Okay, go.
You're all clear. Stay behind the line. The guy in front is Barber, car number 6, and their rating is 1.3.
I like these pit stop races.
Hughes, car number 10, is now in the lead. You reel in Barber in. The gap is now 2.1.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
Jack is entering the pits. He's in P4. We think he'll come out just in front of you.
Right, P7.
This is okay. Keep those exit speeds up. 6th place.
On your right. Clear right.
The leader, Hughes, is pitting. Come on, Trevor. Good stuff. Keep it coming.
He might be heading to the pits if he did that.
The driver in front of us is 7 laps behind. Baumgarten, car number 16, is leading the race. The car in front of us is Scherer, car number 5, B licence, and their rating is 1.3. This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits. P5. The gap to 6th place. Behind is increasing. It's now 2.2. 10 minutes remaining, 10 minutes.
Quite an enjoyable race so far, except for my hit to the wall and the little collision on the overtake, but I'll look at that and see how much at fault I was. If I was terribly at fault, I'll apologise, but I ended up with a 4X, so obviously the sim thinks that I was at fault.
Okay, Trevor, you're reeling. P4 in. The gap's now 0.9. P4. The next car is Hughes, car number 10, and their rating is 1.2.
Why did I make that change? One turn. Hit. You really got to watch that turn, it can spin you around. I don't know how far ahead's third is. And I'm not looking at relatives or anything else, because every time I take my eyes off, I end up in trouble.
Baumgarten is pitting from P1. We think he'll come out just in front. Hewson, car number 8, is now leading. The gap to P5. Behind is increasing. It's now 16 seconds. That was 136.39.
Ooh, slippery. Careful, Trev. So we've been relegated up P3 for the moment. Relegated, advanced P3 for the moment.
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel. P3. That lap was a 136.18.
Yeah, feeling the tyres now. Still got a fair bit of time yet.
That's 5 Come on, keep it together. We'll be on the podium here. The gap to Baumgarten behind is now 5.0 seconds.
I found a new favourite car here. Done a little bit in the Mclaren, but not a lot. It seems that it's reasonably popular. I keep coming across them here. Great looking car. Sounds phenomenal. Very loud. Rounds itself well too when you ask it to. And this is on, I think, the fixed setup. They're not fixed for the series, just one of those that's a selection in the setup tab. In the garage, it says fixed. Quite often I find them just as good as anything else.
The gap behind is now 5.9 seconds.
The guy in front 17 seconds ahead. Yeah, right.
That lap time was 1:36.07.
Off the pace a bit. That could be tyres. Yeah, it's not turning so well there as it was earlier in the race, of course. Tyres are pretty worn. I didn't change them because it adds time.
2 minutes to go.
I think we'll be safe with what we've got though. Oh, a bit slack on the take up of the throttle there, a bit late. Just thought I'd try that third gear through there. It's not so good, is it? You gotta take your hat off to those who do the graphics in iRacing. God, they're good. You know, you see the crowds, you see the TV screens, big screens, the buildings. And really does give you that feeling of actually being at the racetrack. Really very good.
Okay, Trevor, one more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. You've just done a 1:36.33. Good consistency, keep them coming.
Better. I'm going to take a risk going over there into the green, hit the wall. Final lap. I have in the past wiped myself out on a final lap just on my own. Over exuberance. Trying to do a brockie and setting that fastest lap on the last lap. That's a turn that upsets me sometimes, unsettles me. Well, I'll take that. Start P4, finish P3.
Podium finish. Nice one.
I'll take that.
Check a flag. Good job. Very good job.
Wow, that was a good run. Let's do a few more turns. Combat some of this safety rating problem that I got there with the touch of the wall and then the 4X for the touch on the other car. Like Clinton's doing the same thing. Idling around like that doesn't do you any good.
That's the end of the session.
That's it. Pull up here, nice safe spot, and have a look at what happened behind us and around us. Let's go to the opening lap. Go. And let's get underway. So, a reasonable sort of a start, not great. 24 was Hungary, so 2 was a Porsche behind. I got hung out to dry there and didn't get the power down early enough watching the 24. I was a bit shaky in there, too tight, that's allowed the Porsche up high. Oh yeah, he pushed it onto the grass to get around, so he would have picked up an off track there, I'm sure. So a bit of an unfair pass, but it is what it is. We'll let him get away with it. He knows his own conscience did wrong. Alright, let's have a look what did happen. So dive up on the inside there. Oh, well, he's turned out on him. He would have known he was there. And that's a blatant push the 18 out of the way. And that's one of those Acura whips. No, Conker. I reckon he pulls a Conker here. Yeah. Yeah, not a good look. And at least a smart rejoin. Mustang goes around, creates a problem. Although no one around, luckily. Looks like Jerry's gonna, yep, do it on his own. Ugly looking 13 car. Well, he got his just desserts there. And this fellow was just lucky. Yeah. Right. Limmy. He goes out wide. He did exactly what I did. Ran straight into the wall. See. Oh, the 21 up on the inside. Well, that was a bit of both. There was some net coat in there and a little bit of grass. Yeah. Probably unlucky for both, to be honest. Okay. Georgie, in trouble. Yeah. If you're running into the back of people, it's your fault. You've got to allow for that draft. Especially coming downhill like that. What's happening there? Oh, the Porsche went sideways in front of him. He tried to avoid him, but wasn't able to do so. He's at 22 again. So he was the guy that did the pass on me on the outside in the grass. He goes to prove where he should be. Conker's conked out. And that's it. So that little incident with myself doesn't front us. Doesn't come up. Let's get out and see what the results are. Very difficult to get safety rating in this game, isn't it? All right. So we were the third split of 3 with a strength of field of 1,050. We picked up 0.1 in safety rating, which is really pathetic. But anyway, it is what it is. But we did pick up 78 in iRating, which has put us back over 1.1. So I'm happy about that. We started P4. We finished P3. Our lap times were, well, acceptable. 1:35.1 is the best lap. 1:34 would be nice. So we were sort of within the journey there. So that's not so bad. And as I say, for the first time, for a long time in this car, yeah, it's a pretty happy finish. So ended up with 6 incident points. That's what's cost me. Lots of zeros. And there was one guy, I'm not too sure who he was now, that would have just about gone out. So anyway, it was a good race. I enjoyed that. I'll see you at the next one.